DbSchema is a universal database designer. The application has a free community edition available on DbSchema.com. In DbSchema, there are a few options to start a new project. The main one is to connect to the database. In the connection dialog, I can choose the driver, a connection method, the database host, the port, and the user. Details about the connection dialog are available in a separate video. After connecting, I can choose the schemes to reverse engineer. DbSchema will load the table structure from the database and show them as diagrams. We call layout a diagram with data or query tools. To better understand the schema, we can create multiple layouts with the same or different tables. Drag tables to the layout from the project structure. Or add them by clicking the foreign key icon near columns. From the menu, we can choose to show the data type. Or draw foreign key lines pointing to columns. Edit tables by double-clicking the table header. Create new columns, or edit the existing columns and set comments. For each operation, we can see in the history pane the executed statement in the database. We can generate the schema HTML5 documentation. The documentation uses the diagram vector image, where you can read the table and column comments as mouse-over tooltips. Open the documentation using any web browser. DbSchema uses the design model, an internal copy of the schema structure, separate from the database. The design model will be saved to the file and will load automatically after restarting DbSchema. To further explain the design model, I will create a new column in one table. As we can see, the column was created in the DbSchema design model and into the database using the statement from the SQL history. Let's switch DbSchema to offline mode, without database connectivity, and add one more column. This operation will create the column only in the DbSchema design model. By pressing the Refresh Schema from the Database button, we can view the differences between the DbSchema model and the database. As we can see, the created column exists in the design model but does not exist in the database. Create the column in the database, generate the SQL script, or drop the column from the design model. Similarly, we can connect to any other database, compare the design model with the database and deploy the differences into the database or generate SQL scripts. Connecting to another database won't change the design model in DbSchema. The model file uses the XML format. The model file can be stored in Git and shared in a team. In the model menu, there is an option to manage the different revisions of a model file stored in Git, generate migration scripts, or audit changes. DbSchema include query and data tools. We can start them by clicking any table header. The Relational Data Explorer can visualize the data from multiple tables. The editor can explore the data from multiple tables bound by foreign keys or virtual foreign keys. If the schema is missing foreign keys, we can create virtual foreign keys by dragging one column over the referred column. Navigating data in one table will show the corresponding records in the children tables. We can set filters, add new records, or edit the existing records. The Query Builder can help to compose SQL queries visually. We can join tables based on foreign keys or virtual foreign keys. We can tick the columns to select. Choose different join types. Set filters. Or use aggregate functions which will enable the group by clause. The SQL Editor features text auto-completion, script execution, and a graphical execution plan. The editor can also execute Java Groovy automation scripts with access to DbSchema internal API. The automation scripts can help to deploy the schema, export documentation, or generate migration scripts. The data generator may help developers and testers to fill tables in the database with randomly generated data. The data generator can generate random text using reverse regular expressions or configurable patterns. The data importer can help to load data from CSV or XML files into the database. Please watch the other DbSchema videos to understand each specific functionality. Thank you for watching.